Okay, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. So today we're going to be making a phone screen, kind of home background kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead to the render tab to begin with, and we're going to go ahead and switch out Eevee to cycles. Then we're going to go to the output section just at the side here. Now what you want to do, depending on what phone you have, is find out how many pixels across and up your phone has, so that these little backgrounds fit perfectly to your device. So what we're going to do, so for example, my one is 1440, so just go ahead and place in your pixel specifications. So we're going to go 3088 for the other side. So what I'm going to do for this one, this tutorial in particular, I'm going to go ahead and just press 1 on the number pad. So we've got the side view going on. We're going to go ahead and take this default cube, we're going to go S, just scale it up as such, and then we're going to press 7, and this will give us a top-down view. So what we're going to need right now, we're going to need to go into the shading tab, and what I'm going to do, as long as you guys have got your cycles enabled up here on the render side, this will work perfectly. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and we're going to make a gold kind of colour. So what I'm going to do, let's go add, and we're going to go Veroni texture, and I'm going to go ahead and place colour to base colour. We get this nice little kind of texture going on right here. And what I'm going to do is let's go to add, and we'll go with let's go color ramp. So we've got this right here in the middle, and what I'm going to do is start making some gold tones with this. So we're going to take this grey right here that we've just made, and let's put some orange in here. Let's go ahead and take this white, and then we're going to put a little bit of kind of red kind of tone in there, and then the black, I guess the black can stay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an orange just in here, just kind of give it those tones. So you can see what happens with the Veroni texture here. We're going to have like different bits. We've got different lines and stuff like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the Veroni texture just for 1 second, so that we can try and get this to a metallic state. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pull the metallic up, take the roughness down. Now we've got this nice little gold shiny bar. So this Veroni texture, I wanted to kind of show you how it works to begin with before we position it to where it needs to be. So, we've got our nice little gold going on here. We can see that it's a nice smooth surface. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the Veroni texture, go to your colour, and just drag across to your roughness. And we're going to have this just on the side. So what we're going to do from this point is we're going to go add, and we'll go bump. We're going to go ahead and place our bump just in the middle there, and you'll want to go colour to height rather than normal. So now we get this kind of texture. So you might not be able to see it on your computer, but if I just scale this up, scale this down a little bit, you can see like these little bits appearing. I don't know if you can see that. Let's go ahead with detail, and we'll go ahead with distance as well. Let's see. Okay, so we've got this right now, and if we scale this up, we can kind of see these little lines coming up, and we can see that it's got a little bit of a bumpy texture to it. So once we get to this part as well, what we can do, let's go ahead and add a noise texture as well. So the Veroni is just for little scratches. So we're going to go noise texture, we're going to go colour to FAC. You notice that you get these little patterns on top, and if I go like this, see how you've got these little kind of lines going on, these little imperfections. So what we're going to do with that as well is we're going to go to add, and we'll go bump. And we'll place this in the middle right here. So we're going to go colour to height. And once this loads, we've now got this nice little gold that's got a few little bumpy textures all over it. So if I just put this onto render right here, we don't have much of a light for our scene, but we should do just after. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go back to the layout section. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the light because we're going to reimagine the light on this as well. So what I'm going to do, we go to materials tab. We'll see that material right here is just saying material. We're going to go with gold. And what we can do, we can amend this later on if it's not the right shade for us. So what I'm going to do, let's scale this down. I'm just going to go 7 to heaven. I'm going to go ahead and we'll go Shift D. Now depending on how big this is, depends on how big the gap is. So if I press 1, we have this. If I do 0, let's go 0.5, we'll have this. If we go 0.6, we'll have something like this. And if we go 0.9, we'll have something like this. So what I would suggest is, take this, and we could do 1 square apart. You see how that's 1 square apart right there? So we can go Shift D. Let's go 1 square apart right there. We'll go Shift D on the opposite side. We'll go 1 square apart right there. And what you want to do is just get this so that it's roughly 1 square apart. It doesn't have to be perfect for this background, but we can amend that later on if it's not so perfect for you. So we'll take this row right here and we're going to go ahead and Shift D and we'll duplicate this down again 1 square apart right there in between, and you can see there's a little bit out just here. So you can move this up, you can amend it, you can do whatever you need to do. But to be honest with you, imperfections kind of give the piece some character. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and just amend this just to here once more. And then I'm going to go ahead again and we'll get this down here, roughly 1 square apart. And then I'm going to go ahead, duplicate this, and we'll get this up onto the back right here. So once we've got something like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this camera out of the way so that we don't end up duplicating that as well, because that's not something that we need. So once we've got this, box selects everything. We're going to go Shift D again. We're going to go across. You can zoom in, find that little gap right there, and we can go ahead, take these, Shift D, and we can zoom in again. And we can go ahead, take this up, just going to press G, just going to bring this down, nice 1 square apart, as long as you can do that, or at least equidistant. Mine's just gone slightly off there, but that's fine, we can work with that. So we'll go again, Shift D. I hope your computer's keeping up at this point, because I know that my old one probably wouldn't have at this point. So we're going to select absolutely everything and we're just going to go Shift D and we'll move this across. So the primary goal for this is to kind of make this nice little grid reference. We can go ahead and just press G. Okay, so once you have something like this, what you want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go View, Align View, and we'll go Camera to View. Now if it goes something like this, all you need to do is we've got this end time on the camera, and just improve it. That's all you do, just improve it, and this should just pop up. You see how it's disappeared and now it's popped up, yeah? So take your camera, just press G, bring it across, and just fit it roughly into your square grid that you've just made. So when we render this, we've got this nice little gold going on, and if you've noticed, the scene doesn't have any light at the moment. So what I'm going to do, let's go back onto this render tab right here. We'll go add, we're going to go plane, and your plane should be in there somewhere. If you can't find it, go on to the X-ray mode. Should have it. Yep, there it is. Okay, so press G. And what you're going to want to do with this is basically align it to where the camera is. So we'll get the mid section just about there. So going to go ahead, press S, scale this up. And then I'm going to go S again and we'll scale this up long ways. Okay, so once we've got this right here, what you want to make sure is that this is a little bit taller than the rest of it. So I'm just going to take it off X-ray just for one moment. Just going to press G, bring this up to roughly about there. So we've got those nice little towering blocks, but we don't have so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press 7 to heaven again. And we'll go to the render mode. And what I'm going to do with this is we're going to go new. When it catches up, and what we're going to do is go to emission, and now we've got these nice little emission coming in through the background. Now that is an eyesore for me. I don't know about you, but that is very much an eyesore for me, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn this down. Let's go for 200, maybe 100 to 200 should be absolutely fine. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this again. We're going to go shift, let's go side view actually, let's go 1. Okay, so we've got our camera right here. You see that little dot right there, that's our camera. These are our little squares that we've got going on. And at the side here, because we have a little lip, we should have, let's see, our little emission piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Shift and D. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. So what you can do is you can take this above the camera just here so you can't see what's behind it. So let's split the atom right here. We'll go view. Camera is active camera. And you can see we've kind of got this nice little reflection of the light above. So what I'm going to do is this material right here, we're going to call this emission 1. And what I'm going to do is duplicate this. So now we should have emission 1 and it should say 001 at the end. As we do. So now this is a copy of emission 1. So we can go ahead and we can say emission 2. So this will behave differently from the one that we have below. So now we can turn this one up a little bit. What I'm going to do with this top one right here is I'm going to go ahead and shrink it down just ever so slightly. And I'm going to go ahead and just maybe increase that strength just ever so slightly as well. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to offset this. So let's press G. Let's move this to the side, if it'll ever let me. Maybe just off screen just ever so slightly. So you've got that nice little lighting going on, but it's not too much. So I'm just going to press G, going to bring it down, make sure that it doesn't hit the camera. So you've got that nice little side lighting going on. And then I'm going to go ahead and Shift D. Come on. So my computer's being a bit slow now. And then we'll move this to the side as well. And I'm just going to increase the strength as well. So we've got this nice little kind of gold edge with some little cubes going on that are just being lit up, and then the middle is a little bit darker. So what we can do with this as well, with the emission, we can actually change this to a nice red, or we could go blue with it. Just kind of offset that gold a little bit. Take your two emissions above, just lighten those a little bit more. And now we've got this nice little gold technique kind of going on. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there for this tutorial. You can press render on that as well. Fisheye is a really great idea with this as well if you wanted to explore that. So go ahead and click your camera. You could do fisheye with this. You're going to let me? Yes, you are. Right, okay. So, we've got this nice little background going on. If you want fisheye, I believe, you go type, and it's just panoramic. Or you can go with the second one right here. I have trouble pronouncing. Or you could go with not panoramic, sorry. Yeah, if you go with this one, you can kind of zoom in and out. Let's see. Let's go back with that one. Yeah, so you can kind of make some nice little stuff. So what I would suggest is just play around with it, just see what you can do. You know, this panoramic, you got fisheye right there. You got fisheye. This one where you can get like a ball kind of thing, mirror ball. If you want to try that. As well. So, yeah, there's like different versions of different things. I mean, like, I'm just playing around at the moment, but, yeah. Hold on, if I just do that. See how you got this as a render right here? So you could, in theory, let's just put this back. Put it to that one. A little bit more in. Go ahead. Just experiment with it a little bit. So you can get something like that if you wanted to. It's totally up to you. But to be honest with you, perspective is pretty good with something like this. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the tutorial, please like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.